Thank you for tuning in to my channel with your girl, Nurse Nyla D. Today's topic of discussion is the Demand for Justice rally that took place this Saturday for Shanquella'S at the Little Rock AME Zion Church in Uptown Charlotte. Many friends and faith leaders and community members gathered around the family and delivered warm messages of encouragement and singing regarding hope. Some quoted scriptures and gathered to pray for the Robinson family. I would like to give a brief overview of the rally and highlight some things that I observed while in attendance. There were civil rights leaders there, recording artists such as Sunshine Anderson, and various ministers that delivered powerful words of encouragement for the Robinson family. I particularly could appreciate the message that reminded the Robinson family to be careful when engaging with newcomers. I think it's important to understand that while seeking for justice, you will meet a few eager beggars that would like to come along the ride just for fame and notoriety. And I believe this is something that the Robinsons need to keep in mind while, reaching out to various bloggers and things of that nature. So I was very happy to hear that being discussed in the rally. Let's get into it. What else happened during this rally? The purpose of this event was a call for action to discuss Shanquella and to celebrate her life. There were stories exchanged, there was singing, there was praise. Many people gathered around the Robinson family to let them know that they had support in the community. There was discussion about the senseless crime and murder that take place in Charlotte and what we need to do to make a change. There was a lot of cheering and shouting, justice for Shanquella, shouting to the rooftop, and to Mexico could actually hear our cry. Although there was shouting and crying, the actual steps for action was not discussed at this rally. However, the family did understand that they had support from the community, and that was very important. So let's get into it. What is a rally? A rally is to draw or call people together for a common action or effort, and that indeed is what this rally did. However, we discussed justice. We discussed Cabo 6 and how they can run, but they can't hide. How do justice look in this Shanquella case? What does that look like? How do we go about bringing justice? People in the local community need to know what they can do. All right, let's highlight some of my main observations. First, when I pulled up, there wasn't a lot of people there. The turnout wasn't as high as I thought. There was limited peers. Shanquella's peers wasn't present. The parents sat on total opposite ends, and they're not together, so that's understandable. Mr. Robinson actually stood up and spoke. Mrs. Salamandra Robinson did not speak at all. And the ex-boyfriend was there up in the front. So me being a true investigator, a true crime nurse, criminal, I paid attention to body language and to cohesiveness. It's very important for family and friends to pull together now because they have a long road ahead of them, fighting for justice, finding these criminals, and making sure Shanquella get the justice that she needs. But what did I observe? How did things look? How were people behaving? What did they say? So we're here. I'm going to discuss some pros and cons, what things they could have done better, and what things really worked. And this is all in my opinion, and I'm here to keep it real with you, and that's what your true crime nurse does, and that's what you can appreciate me for. True crime, we look at all clues and look at everything so we can come to a analysis and a outcome as far as. So let's discuss the pros. What are some of the things that I appreciated? I did appreciate the beautiful pictures in the front of Shanquella. The singing was awesome. I also liked the drill team, the little girls. They did a nice job. I loved and appreciated the fact that Mr. Bernard Robinson actually stood up and said something. I think it's good to acknowledge that the people who came out, I didn't learn anything new. He did discuss about the autopsy and how he sent payment immediately. What are some things that could have been better? I wish they had to talk more about action and been more action oriented, like discuss some things that can actually be done in the community moving forward. I wish that there were some things that I would have learned more about Shanquella. Some of the things that was discussed, I've heard it all through the media. Also, I wish things were on time. Things were late, and that was a bummer. And I also wish they would have gave us programs. We didn't get. So in closing, the rally was okay. There's things that definitely could have been a little bit better with the timeliness and the brochures. I also want to mention that I noticed Mr. Robinson mentioned about the importance of knowing your children's friends, your child's friends' parents, that is something that he values and that's important. And I do agree with that. If you know your child's friends' parents and know the friends, it helps to be informed about what's going on in your child's life. I will do a video on some of the things that I found and about Shanquella, about her life, about her parents, just to give us an idea of what was going on before she went on this trip. Who was Shanquella? Who she really truly was. Stay tuned. Thank you for listening.